ones that never be swerving but chose to stay on the narrowest road.
Hello guys, welcome back to Narrow Sounds, and mad. I'm actually very excited, to present you guys my first ever interview. And yeah, man, we're just going to be talking about everything, we're going to talk about faith, we're going to talk about music, we're just going to talk about life in general and stuff like that. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me present you guys my special guest, Jeremias Rivera.
How you doing? Yeah, I'm happy to be here, man.
So yeah, obviously my listeners, my watchers, they don't really know who you are, or they may not have seen what you're about. So give us a rundown, like who is JR? Who is Jeremias Rivera?
Jeremias Rivera is he is an artist, producer, and a musician. I do play a lot of instruments, which helps me produce and make the songs come out the way I feel like it should sound like, and the way my mind just runs. You know what I mean? So if you're hearing my music, you're hearing my mind. You're also hearing my heart.
Like, where are you from? Like, what makes you you?
I'm from Maryland, PG County, Maryland. I love the DMV.
Shout DMV.
Yeah, shout out to them. What makes me me is my music, my diversity. I'm very diverse. You'll see me come with drill today, and then tomorrow a very sad, depressing song.
And also this question as well, I actually want to know, like, who are your main musical influences? Like, what inspires JR? Like, what artists,
It's actually very diverse. It might go hand in hand with either Roddy Ricch and Lil Baby to Montel Fish.
Yeah, I like Montel.
Yeah, it's like those are very two. Yeah.
So earlier this week, actually it won't be released this week for people that are watching it, but earlier this week you released your album, Lost Emotions. Like, what does the title Lost Emotions mean? Like, what is the basis of this album?
Well, Lost Emotions is Lost Emotions, of course. It's basically where you're feeling so much emotion and you're going through so much in your life to the point where your emotions are just lost. And you don't know how to feel in some situations. And there'll be moments where somebody may pass away and your grieving process is so unfamiliar with the regular grieving process. Sad, mad, angry. Some people just feel rejoiced that maybe they went up to heaven, knowing that there's a better place up there. But a lot of people have a blinded vision, when it comes to seeing things and seeing the way of life and how it goes, to the point where it's like their emotions are just so lost. And I just feel like people just need to see that maybe your emotions are just not the same like everybody else's. I feel like people tend to like compare their life to other people's, if you know what I mean. And then they're like, oh, they have it way better than me, or they have this, they have that. And then next thing you know, they just feel jealous, or they feel sad, or they feel bad, and they don't know how to feel, and they also don't know how to celebrate for somebody. They don't know how to do all this. It's just, I'm just redirecting the people to know how to feel, letting them know what being lost feels like, letting them know what, so I can just inform them that that's who they are, and God can give them a second chance.
Hey, that's great. That's great.
So,
in an earlier conversation that we both had, you said you started the album 1 year ago, so it took you like a year to complete the album from start to finish. So obviously, like, there's a lot that you went through in life, that you laid out in your tracks, and things of that nature.
Yeah,
so,
each season I went through in my life, I recorded a song and I put it all in there. I was going through a season where I started to see a lot of people being fake for I know I started to see, like, once I started making music and they started to see the numbers go up, I had people calling me like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I had people calling me like, yo, we should hang. I saw you dropped a new song, blah, blah, blah. And then there will be people that hated me that starts to love me now. And I always dreamed of that happening. Oh my gosh, everybody just loving me, everybody to be loved. And then, you just start to realize that it wasn't authentic. And it was just because of your accomplishments. And I feel like there's just a lot of fake love out here. And I just want, like, and that's why I make music. So I can just redirect them to what is right and make them feel like home.
All right. That's good, man. That's good. So obviously now let's get in the bulk of the album talk. Like, you have lots of people on there. You had lots of people working with you on the album. So like, who are those people, and how are your relationships with those people, and how did it all come into fruition?
Well, so all the people that is on the album, you're just gonna have to go and find out. But I will name one of the most interesting people I've ever worked with on the album. I will give it to probably this guy I met. His name is One Way. And he's on the song which is produced by Sleepy Hollow and Christian. Very good producer. It's kind of weird how I met him. It was like I was on Instagram one day and I saw his music pop up on my Explore page. I was like, this guy's fire, but it's like his interaction's just a little low. And I like to show love, so I'm like, yo, just get him on the album. Next thing you know, I follow him. I was like, okay, I'm gonna DM him later. Or probably get my manager to DM him. I follow him. The second I follow him, I see him in my DMs like this. You're doing features? I said, whoa. Sent him my number. We spoke on it. We got the track done. This guy was very down to earth. But, one thing I will tell you that it's probably the by far thing that I did, which I feel like by far best thing I've ever done, which is kind of mind blowing. And I got this from Kanye, was I held a Bible study with all the artists before recording. And Kanye did it. So like, when I heard that he did that, I was like, there ain't no way. Like, I just don't imagine like Playboy Cardi like reading the Bible. You know what I mean?
That's actually mad. Honestly, that's mad.
Right. I just don't imagine like the Baby, Playboy Cardi, all these people in the same room just with the Bible open,
Exactly.
Like, but the fact that was very deep, holding Bibles, getting him courage, to talk about the truth. I just love it.
Earlier on, you mentioned, how you had a beat produced by Sleepy Hollow and Christian. So I wanted to, to talk about like, how did that come into fruition? Like, how did that happen?
Okay, so about probably a year ago, I got a beat from Christian. And when I got the beat from Christian, he was producing drill, and I was like, wow, drill is really not my thing. But when he mixed guitars, cause the thing is like, guitar is my thing. I just like all my songs are just guitar. When he put like a guitar and drill together, I was like, I just fell in love. So eventually he sent me the beat. And I haven't paid for it yet. And I was like, I won't use it unless like, I pay for it. Next thing you know, I totally forgot I had the beat. Looking through my files, I was like, I need one more song to complete the album. Next thing you know, I found the beat. I was like, yo, since when I had this? You know what I mean? Used the beat, heard the tag, remembered his name. I was like, oh shoot. Everything got done. Everything was done. Song with One Way, everything. And then I didn't pay for it. And I was like, oh crap. So I took it down from all streaming platforms because it was about to be a single. And then before I sent it over to like, One Way to like redo the verse or do that, I DM'd like his old page, and I was like, the last page I DM'd him, I remember DMing him. And I was like, bro, what's your Apple Pay? What's your number? What's all of that so I can pay you for this beat? He hasn't responded. So what I did was I was like, okay, I need to get the vocals because I already had the vocals done for Paradise. And that was the time where I was looking for a feature for Paradise. And I had a whole lot of artists hit me up and I just wasn't satisfied. Like, that's the most pickiest song. But I was looking like for artists, and then I was looking through, and then I think the most stressful part about the album was the song Paradise. And then eventually I was like, okay, I'm gonna just get my vocals and I'm gonna just put it on a whole new beat if this guy's not answering. Next thing you know, I go ahead and try producing. I DM Sleepy Hollow. Because I just like to randomly DM people with like that are just verified, and I just like mess with them like, yo, say some crap like,
hey, you've got
like
to shoot your shot,
right. Yeah. And then, Sleepy said, yeah, I'll produce for you. I said, no way. There ain't no way. There just ain't no way. I didn't even know he was a producer. Next thing you know, he sent the beat back. I gave him the BPM. I gave him the pitch. He sent it through email. I was like, this is genius. The way he did it was just amazing. So what I did was I got half of Christian's track and I got half of Sleepy Hollow's. And I uploaded it. When I put the album in a day before, Christian hit me back. He was like, hey bro, the beat. I was like, no way, I just forgot about the beat again. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, it got uploaded. I was like, you know what? I'll just give you 50% like royalties, you know, for the beat, you know, just to make up for it. And yeah, that's how it all came together. Sleepy was just a really cool guy, you know?
Hey, that's cool, man. That's great to know, man. It's good to know.
I said, but by far, like in the album, like my favorite song would like my second favorite song would have to go to Paradise.
Hey, that's good, man. That's good. And like JR pretty much said, hey, I'm just gonna say, artists, just hit up people. You never know what could come out of it, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So for me, obviously, I've listened to the album once, but there's just one particular song that I've listened to a lot of times, like just me personally. So how did Rapture come about? I mean, how did that song come about? Because I think
it just happened.
That's the
I honestly don't know. It just happened. I just don't know. This is one of those things where you're like, it just happened. It just all came together.
Yeah, so how did it start? Like, what made you what was the idea behind the songs and stuff like that?
The idea behind the song was mainly, I need to make a hype song. I need to get the people hype. I make too much sad songs, you know? Next thing you know, I go ahead and I make the beat. And I was like, I need to just make this thing creative. So like, in the song, I'm like, I'm dripping like water, but I ain't gonna flex on him. And I was like, what should I add? Next thing you know, I added a water drop. And I was like, this is a hit. Like, I don't know, it just all came together. It was just coming to me. Recorded it really quick, and then I got a banger feature on it, and then I have an executive producer that did a really, really good job. And then next thing you know, it just all came together, and then that song was just a hit. It's actually probably the second most streamed song on the album, which I would like to talk about the streams on the album. That by far might be one of my biggest accomplishments.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's great. That's fantastic, man. And obviously, piggybacking on what you just said, talking about the streams, Apple Music was doing, Mazzoline was doing an amazing, like people were going crazy on that platform.
Was doing really great.
Yeah. So talk about that. Like, how is it like, waking up, or not even waking up, just seeing the live streams like go up and up and up and up.
So right off the bat, I did not know the album was actually out. Like, when it came out, the day after, I just totally forgot because it came out like 12 o'clock sharp and I was already knocked out. So I woke up the next day and I was like, ooh, this date is very familiar. It's probably somebody's birthday, or they probably told me. And then next thing you know, I go to school and I did not think anything of it. I used to check my music every day to see how my streams are going and everything. But, I really didn't. I just felt like so excited for no reason. I didn't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, I have somebody said, congrats on the album, And I have some people say that even before the album was out. They were congratulating that. I was like, oh, thank you. Yeah, it's coming out soon. And they're like, no, I just heard it last night. And I was like, oh, that's what today is. You know what I mean? So, album came out right away. So, and I have no Instagram, no promotion, no nothing. And right off the bat, I like how I give all thanks to God. The fact that often no promotion, I just focus on God in school, and He just makes my streams just go super high and just reaches the community and just impacts the people. Before the album came out, I think I had like 78.5K listeners exact. I probably have to check how much I have now. But just from that, under 24 hours, I had 10.7K streams off of Apple itself.
Wow, wow.
And it was probably like, I checked it at 6 o'clock and it came out like 12 o'clock a.m.
Hey, fam, those are big numbers, honestly. Like, congratulations, man.
Very,
That is a lot of people, That is like if you could see 10K people in front of you right now, like
I think of it like that.
yeah,
I think of it like
it's
that.
actually mind blowing. Honestly, it's mind blowing. Like it's like your school times 3. That is crazy. And then obviously you're talking about, you know, how you went to school and you didn't know, and people were coming up to you, and that's like the next topic that I want to talk about is how is high school like as an artist. You know, you're only 15 years old, like you're a young guy. You know, being a rapper is like the coolest thing out right now. Everybody and their grandma wants to rap right now. You know, so like how is it like, you know, being a young rapper? Young, handsome rapper going into school every day. Yeah, so obviously explain that to me, man.
Well, being a rapper and going to school is like something I thought would be like mostly like High School Musical, you know?
That's funny.
You know, everybody just, oh my God, look, cameras out, you know, shades on, you know, flashes everywhere, boom, 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 boom. When I first went, I wasn't as big, you know? So when I first went, I was at probably like 14,000 listeners, and I was like no, you know, I don't want nobody to know about it. I was like, I wasn't exactly ashamed. I was just very antisocial, and the fact that I was already growing, you know what I mean? Like, offer no promotion. I just had no reason just to go out and be like, yo, go stream my new song, go stream my new song, go stream my new song. Until one day I encountered, this guy came up to me. He tapped my shoulder and he was like, oh. I was like, what? And he was like, is your name Jeremiah by any chance? And I'm like, yeah, that's my name. And he was like, bro, I listened to your music. Somebody reposted it. I can't believe you go to school. And I was like, what do you mean? I can't believe you go to school. He was like, I thought rappers go to like private school, or they do. And I said, some do, but like,
hey, you go to the school.
You know,
of,
your
the
favorite rappers
school of
still
rap.
go to public school, like Baby Santana, Young Chris, Slum Six. Speaking of Slum Six, me and him are kind of beefing. Yeah, he blocked me.
This track.
You want a Slum Six diss track?
Actually, nah. Hey, we promote peace on this channel, so.
Yeah, we promote peace, no Slum Six. Yeah, so, yeah, they all go to public school, and yeah, they do get the attention. Once I got that, I think the name started just going around the school, you know, and then it wasn't as big till their COVID hit, and then there was a break. Once there was a break in school, over the break, people started discovering me, and they started making, like high school pages, and then I started to end up on them high school pages, and then, my name started going around, and then people started checking out my stuff. Next thing you know, I went from being only cool to security guards, cause I'm still very cool with the security guards. Like, me and security, we go hand in hand. You know what I mean?
Hey, you need security in the future, bro. You need them.
I might do, I honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna go outside. You know, I think I'm just gonna be like home, because like, I don't know. I just don't want to get to a point where I might need security, you know? But I know one day it might happen. But yeah, me and security go hand in hand. Like, I love the security at my school. They're really nice, really sweet people. And, you know, they talk to me like, oh, you remind me just of my grandchild. You remind me of, you know, it's just, you know, they're very nice people, but I was only known by like staff and like, you know, employees and all that. Next thing you know, I go back to school after the break, after I was being talked about. Hand in hand, still till this day. Like, probably just Friday, I had, probably like about 3 people come up to me, say, listen to my song, and then they all said like, yeah, I'm their inspiration and everything. And, I also went through like a little sadness through that day. You know, them telling me like, yo, you're my inspiration. You inspired me to do this, listening to your song. I want to be a rapper. I want to be this. I want to be that. You know, I also have people asking me where I get my clothes so they can just wear exactly what I wear.
Wow.
One kid, I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to, you know, expose or embarrass. But, you know, he was like, hey, bro, where you get your chain? And I was like, you know, shop GLD, or, you know, I just told him like, where I get my stuff. And he was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna go there. And then I walked away, and then he started following me. I was like, you okay? He was like, where'd you get that chain exactly? And I was like, this chain, I was like, I'll send you the link, just DM me. Right? And then next thing you know, probably the next day, he goes, hey bro, where'd you get that jacket? I really like the jacket. And I was like, oh, I got it from, Boo, man, I get my clothes from here and there. And he was like, oh no, I want the one just like that. And I said, okay,
Hey, that's a bit scary.
right, I mean, it seems a little copy and paste here, but it's all right. Next thing you know, I just found out, he really looked up to me, and, he started his rap career, and he's trying to go back at it, and he's not embarrassed, he's not ashamed at all. He even put me in a song, hoping that I'll hop on it. I probably might surprise hop on it. I just love giving back. You know what I mean? But as I was saying, I went through like a little phase of sadness after people were saying I'm their inspiration. Mainly because, I guess I want to be a good version of myself, a better version of myself. But when I know I fail, and when I know like that much people look up to me, I start to get very sad, like I failed them. I feel like I failed God. I feel like I failed all these people. But, in the end of the day, what I like about us is that we're not perfect. And, our imperfections is what makes us perfect. Only because, what I like about God is that, even when we fail, we still learn. And when we fail, we still gain something. I also talked to you about this the other day, privately. When we fail, we gain something. And what we gain is knowledge, and knowledge leads to wisdom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
God always knows that we don't leave empty-handed. And that's what I love about it. And I hope to share that, in a lot of my songs. But yeah, high school was just hectic.
Hey, amen.
And you got random people coming up to me, and I kind of get a little paranoid, because like random people coming up to you, they're like, oh yeah, blaza blaza blaza, oh what's up, like, yo, I know you from this, I know you from that. And then sometimes I forget I rap, so it's like, like, yo, they say my name, and they're like, I know you, and then I'm like, am I supposed to know you? You know what I mean? Like, and then sometimes, one time I almost thought I got jumped. Like, I was about to get jumped. Literally, I thought I was about to get jumped because I had all these group of people coming up to me, looking at me, right? And I was, oh my God.
Was that like right after the album? Was that right after the album drop? Was that right after the album?
Yeah. This was like probably right after after a COVID break that happened in the school, and then we all came back in, and everybody started discovering me in that school. And I thought I was gonna get jumped. I was like, oh man, I'm about to get run up on. Next thing you know, they were like, yo, blah, 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 I love your music. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I'm starting to love it though, like seeing people happy when they see me, but I just don't like when they freak out. Also, I don't like the, camera thing. Like, yo, can I take a picture?
Oh, celebrity status.
Mm-hmm. Like, yo, can I take a picture with you? Or like, some people just play it out cool. Like, yo, let's take some pics together. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
Hey, the sneaky way.
Right. They talk to me and they're like, just waiting for just to slide in that. Oh yeah. Let me just take a picture with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, quick.
Right. Let me just take a quick. So, yeah. One thing I don't like is the pictures, because I am very picky when it comes to the way a picture is taken of me. So it's like knowing that people are just... I also have people taking pictures of me and not with me. Which is kind of creepy.
Like the sneaker.
Like the little zoom in photos. Take a picture, put it on their story. You know what I mean? And then they tag me. They have the audacity to tag me too. Right?
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
That's funny, man. That's great.
And then I be looking all awkward in the photos too, because I just don't know, like, sometimes I just like throw up random like signs that I'm like, I don't even know what it is, like, and I'm like, yeah, delete that. I'm gonna redo it. You know what I mean? So I'm like here just standing there, just looking at them while they're taking the photo. Like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to process what to do when somebody wants to take a photo with me. Pose, smile. No, I just look. So yeah, but it's going really well. High school, I like it a lot. You know, I like the fact that everybody knows that I make music now. And it's starting to be very fun, you know, because, you know, people are coming up to me, they're like, yo, you inspire me. I just love that. I love those words, inspire, you know.
Okay, that's good, man. That's good to hear. So how about your grades? Are your grades intact?
Oh, grades. Right.
Or you just focusing on music?
Well, you know, rappers have a long history of dropping out of school, you know. It's like, no, I'm not dropping out. Yeah, my grades are doing decent.
I'm just playing, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first came to high school, straight E's. E's is like F's for like, you know, but over here it's like E's. It's like the lowest grade you can ever get.
Yeah.
I got straight E's. It was just so bad. Glory to God, I passed. I don't even know how I made it to the next grade. But then my grades started to get a little better, and I realized the secret is just getting a really good relationship with the teachers. You can either be really quiet, either they want you to be really quiet or really interactive, you know? I also like talking to the elderly teachers. Really funny to talk to, you know? Talking about something like they remind me of when their kid was my age and they used to do this and they used to do that, you know? But yeah, my grades are doing very decent. I'm trying my best to work as hard as I can, you know. Also to, you know, work on education, do what I need to do so, you know, I can get this career going, you know.
Cool. Jumping on to the next topic, next question is, okay, cool. Like we talked about this a bit, of course, in our conversation the other day. But I wanted to ask, like, how do you label yourself? Like, how do you market yourself? Like, what type of rapper or artist is Jeremias Rivera like?
Jeremias Rivera is just a rapper. He is not necessarily, he's not just a rapper. I'm also a musician, you know. Like I said, church, you know. I love playing at churches. It's just the fact that I feel like no matter how big I'll ever get, I will still play at a church, you know. I will still like play drums. I'll still play piano. I love to pour out and just show my gifts and just to show the people that, you know, God is still working. You know what I mean? I will always like be a musician straight off the bat. Like my first instrument was drums, and it's my best, probably the best thing I do now is drums. I feel like I sometimes I like try to think about it like, what do I do better? You know what I mean? Like, can I even put rap in that category?
Yeah.
But you know, when it comes to being a musician, like I love the fact that I can produce my own music, you know, and I can know the chords and I just do it all by ear. And then the way I want things to sound in a song, I can make it sound like that. And I just love it, you know? So, I'm a producer. I'm an artist. I'm a musician. And, I don't know if this is, considered, but you know, in some music videos, you kind of have to act it out. So maybe I might have to take some acting classes, you know, mostly in them, like, you know, them high paid music videos, you know. So yeah, so I'm a producer, musician, and an artist, and, you know, human.
Good. That's good. Yeah. So obviously, because we were talking about, you know, the whole, you know, debacle about, you know, if someone's like a Christian rapper, a rapper that's Christian, and all of that stuff, you know.
Right. When it came to CHH, CHH is Christian hip hop. I am very faith based, you know. I keep God in a lot of things that I do, you know. But when it comes to CHH in itself, I could not be in it. I just couldn't. When I first came in, I thought it was a community of all rappers trying to reach out to the lost and, you know, make them found. But the CHH community, in my opinion, and this is coming from me, it is like almost a bubble in a way. It has become a bubble, you know. Also, I give shout out to Lecrae. Lecrae, he's an artist. He's also very faith based, but he has reached the community and still makes songs with artists that are not Christian. You know what I mean? Like me trying to like faith rap, and then I put it together, and then I get the label Christian artist. You know what I mean? Some of them ain't clicking. You know what I mean? And then if I work with, imagine, work with Jeremias Rivera, work with 21 Savage. Jeremias Rivera, satanic rapper. Like, why are you, why? You know what I mean? Like, I just can't just process it in my head. But that's the way people look at it. But when I was in the CHH, industry, I saw that a lot of people were in selective groups. You had to be in a certain group to get in here. You had to make a song with this guy to be in this group. Nobody really reaches out for talent. You know what I mean? And then I saw that they were just making music mostly for, just to have Christians to listen to something, you know, instead of, I guess, what they call secular music. They gave Christians something to listen to. You know what I mean? And, like, I guess they were mostly reaching to only reach Christian people only. And for me, my goal is to just reach the world and be worldwide. I don't care what ethnicity. I don't care where you're from. I don't care your faith background, your religion. I just want you to know that, you know, there is a home. You know what I mean? And like, through my music, I just want people to just feel love. Also, like, I started to see that, you know, my fans, they have a certain type of way of dressing, and they also have a certain type of, it's like my fans are like, kind of like me, which I really love, you know? It's like, you can tell when somebody's a young boy listener, or you can tell when somebody's like a Tyler, the Creator listener. With me, my fans are just very diverse, but they're all very like outgoing, and then some are they just need a home. You know what I mean? And, I just want them all to know that, like, they're all just a family, you know? Like, and also, no matter how big I get, probably when I get too big, I might not have access to this anymore. But, like, if any of my fans need anything, like, I would just want to let them know that they can always DM me. And, you know, I'll be willing to be there and to talk and be there for them, you know?
So that was actually a great answer, man. Very, very deep for answer, man. That we actually appreciate that, because obviously that's what we want to see, man. We want to see people going out there, you know, reaching the lost, you know, and things of that nature, you know, giving hope and sharing hope, you know, and stuff like that. And who knows, they may come and turn to the Lord and stuff. So yeah, we love to see it. So obviously, you as a rapper, you're only young, of course, so you have so much time ahead of you. So like, who do you want to work with? So who does JR want to work with in the future? Like, how do you see that going?
I would love to work with Lil Baby and Roddy Ricch or Bryson Tiller.
Mm-hmm. So why those three artists in particular? Like, what's drawn you towards them?
Those three artists particularly, mainly because they're very diverse, and I love the way, you know, they do their thing. They're actually like very, very talented artists, and I just love the way the sound comes together with them, you know?
Yeah, but and obviously one of my closing questions is like, what does the future hold for Jeremias Rivera? Like, what is your vision? Like, what are you trying to achieve? What do you want to do in this life, you know, in this music thing? So like, you know, give us that.
Probably perform at Rolling Loud. I always love to perform at Rolling Loud. And, yeah, that's basically it. I just want to just go to more shows, you know, do more shows, and, you know, like meet with fans and just do my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I get that. That's good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so there you have it, man. Jeremias Rivera, thank you for coming on, honestly, man. It's actually a blessing, you know.
No problem. Thank you for having me, man.
You know, being the first guy on this channel, man. We actually appreciate it. I actually appreciate it, honestly, as well. Thanks you for giving me this opportunity and that. And yeah, man, you guys are watching, you guys that are listening, you know, Lost Emotions is out now on all platforms, I suppose. It's out on Spotify, Apple Music, and any single platform of your choice, I pretty much assume. And yeah, man, stream it, you know. Follow him on Instagram as well. What is your Instagram?
At Jeriv, so it's JERERIV. That's all.
Yeah, it'll be also on your screens as well. You know, you can go follow him. Yeah. So guys, thank you guys for watching, man. Thank you again, JR, for coming on. And yeah.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, and see you guys.